Mm.
Welcome back, folks, to another week of Word of Mouth, talking mental health, relationship goals, families goals, etc., career advice. Like, subscribe to the channel, link down below for any videos you want to send me your links or comments, or just plain out ask for advice. We'll post it on the channel. So this week we're going back on the accountability train, and a story that's wild. I remember seeing it a few years ago, and I guess it's finally come to the conclusion. But before we get into the post, I'm going to read something from a young lady on Twitter that I seen. Shout out to Color Me Chris, or Miss Chrissy T. That's what her name is at the time. But the post reads, a lot of women lack accountability. Some women hate hearing the truth. They just want you to hype them up and enable their bullshit. And their behavior has no place in my life. And I will stop speaking to you because of it. Everyone else can't be the problem all the time. Your problems with men are because of you. Your money problems, you. Piss poor friendships / relationships, all you. And I have to agree with her. At least in this country, from what I've witnessed and experienced, there are no crimes for a lot of the crappy things women can do to men. But vice versa, there are a lot of crimes, the crappy things men can do to women. Like the way child support works, alimony works, the way a lot of these things work. And not to say that there aren't cases where men win these things, but it takes a lot more for a man to win these things than a woman. Like, for example, a custody battle. When you're talking small children that still could be breastfed, like 1, 2, maybe 3, they should be with their mother just because they might still be breastfeeding. I think you can breastfeed all the way up to the age of like 3. I think you can. I think longer, actually. I think it's like 5. But I don't know. You guys can look that up and let me know. So yeah, there are some situations like, yeah, a woman should be like more, I guess, the custodial parent. But when you're dealing with a high school boy and his father's around, does a mom still really need to be the custodial parent? Is she gonna, like, it's just the way the adage goes. A man can't raise a woman and a woman can't raise a man. You just can't. Like, it takes a cohesive unit of both, but when you're dealing with genders like that, they should be with the gender they define themselves as versus the opposite gender, because their problems, their ideologies, everything will be completely different to each other, and how they explain things and go about things. Yeah, there's an extent that they can explain things and know experiences and heard things, but it still should be gender specific, or same gender when you're living in those type of dynamics. And the reason I bring up the accountability thing about women in America is because of this post I saw a few years back, and I guess it's come to its conclusion. A hotel cleaner who stole sperm from a used condom won a child support battle. Stole condom, and it's wild. So let me read some of the, I guess, hearing. A 40-year-old Las Vegas hotel cleaner won a child support battle against a 28-year-old millionaire who she never slept with. Jane was 36 when she stole a used condom from the 24-year-old tech millionaire's hotel garbage can. She inserted the semen inside her vagina and became pregnant with a baby boy who is now 4 years old. During the child support hearing, Jane confessed that she never slept with the young millionaire and that she impregnated herself with his sperm while she was cleaning in his room. He left his bank statement on the nightstand in the hotel room, and I saw it when I was cleaning. At the time, I wanted a baby so bad, and I thought it would be better if I had a baby with a rich man. Now, this is wild, but it's not uncommon. My wife and I, we've been to the doctor with the babies and all that, and do the baby doctor and those things of that nature. And the doctor would not allow my wife to just come in with my DNA without me being there. She wouldn't allow her to see it. I had to visually be there and consent to the doctor and say, hey, yes, because it's such a common thing for women to actually steal sperm. And this young man never even slept with this young woman, didn't even know her, probably probably didn't give her a second look. Maybe never even saw her. Probably was gone before she got there and never even spoke to her in the hallway. But because she saw his bank statement, she thought that was a good idea to do. And now he's stuck paying for that. And he's not going to win a custody battle. Not even a 50% custody battle, because even if he won a 50% custody battle, she's a hotel cleaner versus a millionaire. And now this 28-year-old man's life has been changed based on the fact of what this woman did. And you can't say, oh, he should have been smarter about it, or he should have did this, he should have that. He was in Vegas, probably on a business trip, or maybe just having fun. He clearly protected himself against whoever he was with the night before. And this woman decided it was a good idea to steal his sperm and put it inside of her to get pregnant. And now he's accountable for it. Like I said, there are just no crimes for some of the crappy stuff women do versus the crappy stuff men do. Like a woman falsifying documents because she has your social security number. There's no crime against that. And she puts your name on a birth certificate, even if you know you're not the child. You're not the father of the child, or you're not even been around. She just has access to your social security number at some point and wrote it down and said you're the father of the child. And I've learned in the past couple weeks that if you don't take your name off of a birth certificate during a certain amount of time, you're pretty much that child's father for life, regardless if you had it or not. And it becomes a real serious, expensive litigation battle if you don't handle it right away. And you only have 2 years to handle it. So let's say, for example, this woman got pregnant, put this guy's name and information on the birth certificate, because she could easily have looked him up if she has his bank statements. It wouldn't have been hard. Signed his name on everything, waited 3 years, and now he has to pay thousands, probably millions of dollars, or at least hundreds of thousands of dollars just to prove that he's not the father of the child, just to come out that he is the father of the child, and now he has to pay child support. Now think of how many men. The population of millionaires is a very small percentage. The population of people who make over six figures is a small percentage. So think of how many people who cannot afford to go through all this just to prove they are not the father of a child. And even after like 2 years, they're kind of permanently the father, even if she lied or did anything of that nature. And then they have to go through the litigation battle of proving that they're not, if they can prove it. Even with a DNA test, some don't care. Some judges don't care. It's like, well, you've been taking care of the child this long, why not keep going? Because women lying about who they've been sleeping with and this and that and nature. So I say this all to say, men, just protect yourself, keep your head on the swivel. I would say wrap it up, but clearly this young man wrapped it up. And what I always done is after I'm finished, I shoot water from the sink into the condom and I just flush it down the toilet. That's just some advice I can give you. So just no way she could say is you, because you didn't shot water down it into the condom. You would see water secreting from it if it was busted or popped, and then you flush it down the toilet. So there's no way she could possibly get a hold of your semen at that point. So like and subscribe to the channel. This is Word of Mouth. Peace.